Hello. Today I have with you to share some knowledge that I have did a little research and thinking on, brainstorming on, and I came up with all this good stuff for you to use, do whatever with. I would use this if I could. Anyways, this is utilities and doing utilities yourself, and utilities such as water, sewer, and electric, gas, and trash. Those are all utilities. And the benefits of doing your own utilities at home include no bills towards electricity, water, sewage, and even gas or fuel. So you're telling me I can do all these things myself? Yes, probably with following the regulations of your state law and federal law. And because if you actually think about it, here's what I thought about, and here's what I got from thinking about it, doing the research. I mean, this is how you can do it. I mean, take that last one back. This is how you can do it. You dig a pond or lake, two of them. You dig a freshwater pond and a wastewater pond, or a freshwater lake, wastewater lake. And you want to use canal systems, or you could use plumbing. I suggest using canal systems because it's a lot easier and better for the water. Anyways, yeah, you got your wastewater lake and your freshwater lake. Well, how do you clean the wastewater sewage to clean water? That you can do by using your garden, your plants, and trees, and your crops. So fertilizer, it can be converted to fertilizer. Like if you took the waste, instead of putting it into water and creating the waste sewage deal, you can even just put it straight to soil and keep it dry until it breaks down easier without using water. That way the water is more fresher and cleaner. You don't got that water that has to be treated, because after all, the water's going to be back in our body sometime, so why really go to add feces and urine to it, in other words. And by making fertilizer, that you got fertilizer for your garden, now you don't have to use pure chemicals that you have to obtain somehow. So now plants, what plants are in reality, what may not seem like it, but plants are the most effective filter there is. There's not more effective filter than plants. And trees are a kind of plant. They're in the plant kingdom. But plants, I'm not talking about power plants or treatment plants. I'm talking about plants. The green leaf photosynthesis plants. Now these plants are the most effective filter there is, probably known to mankind. They filter every single chemical there is. And if they don't filter that chemical, by using horticulture, you could probably create a plant, graft a plant, or create a plant that could even filter nuclear waste, or any kind of waste, chemical waste. And there you go on that. That takes care of sewage and fresh water. You have to use sand in that process too, because the roots go into the sand. Then the roots are just like a living filter. The roots act as a living filter, and the plant converts it back to oxygen. Who knows? It probably produces oxygen mixed with toxic gas. Who knows? That could probably be researched. Who knows? there goes your fresh. There you go on your fresh water and your wastewater and your own fertilizer. And now for electricity, you can use hydropower, sun power, or even wind power. All those you could harness electricity from using some sort of a mills, panels, solar panels, and hydropower, sun power, wind power, yeah. And then for gases, that's where your trash comes into play with your gases. Because your gases, you could take all your biodegradable materials and you could throw them in a compost pile, but you could also create or obtain a methane digester, which creates methane gas or something like that, fuel, natural gas kind of, I think. Because at the landfills, you could do your own landfill, for crying out loud. Not for crying out loud. I take that part back. But anyways, you could do your own landfill. And at landfills, after a long period of time, you get all those gases that come out of the ground. That's gas, natural gas. You can be used for that too. And for your biodegradable materials, your non-biodegradable materials, such as plastic, glass, and metal, you can separate those and purify those using chemistry. And once you purify them, you're left with I take that back. You could separate the materials, take them to your recycling plant, or you can take them to your recycling plant, or you can purify them yourself. Recycle them yourself, in other words. If you recycle them yourself, then you would end up with pure materials using chemistry. Dang, I suck. Anyways, there you go. That's how you can do your own utilities at home, and it could save you a lot. You could be left with products, all types of good stuff. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day. Good luck with anything you attempt from this video. And please let me know. And I'm not responsible. This is for learning purposes only.